This one, this ain't no lane. 985 Irving. Isupk shit. We ain't no gangbangers. We just real niggas.
Look at me now.
Smoking on who? Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, did that. I don't give a damn about the people. What you mean? Yeah, nigga, I said that. Aye.
Look at me now.
Smoking on who? Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, did that. I don't give a damn about the people. Good nigga, what you mean? I said that. I said that. Yeah, we really got chosen people. Yeah, we got 12 times, hood nigga, what you mean? Yeah, we really lethal. Yeah, we really lethal. We don't give a damn about other people. What the hell you mean, little nigga? Yeah, I got 12, yeah, they're my people. They're my brothers, they're my sisters. Little nigga, you're from other mothers. I don't give a damn, little nigga, what you mean? Yeah, them still my brothers, still my brothers. Yes, I love him like a motherfucker. Speak on my brother like motherfucker. Hit him so hard, got hit by a trucker. Yeah, she look good, but I cannot fuck her. I don't give a damn, yeah, just double. Ain't gon' lie, man, I cannot trust her. This is out to be killing brothers. So smoking on who? Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, dead. I don't give a damn about the people, little nigga, what you mean? I said that. And I meant that. Yeah, we in hell, can't you tell? I don't give a damn about what you sell. If you get caught, you the first to tell. You tuck your tail. Why everybody wanna go to jail? Sitting with men in a fucking cell. Man, I'm just saying that's good, can't you tell? Niggas be soft and motherfucking frail. These niggas be blind and niggas rebraille. Ops right there and niggas can't tell. Smoke so much, your brain is a snail. Kill a black man, don't nobody tell. Ain't nobody cry, thus the Lord, niggas got that eye. Read a real black watch, touch your brother, little nigga, man, I dare you try. You just might die. And I put this on your Howard Shy. Yes, he really in the fucking sky. Man, I can't wait till he crack the sky. Whole lot of UFOs in the sky. Man, these niggas gotta really die. So smoking on who? Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, did that. I don't give a damn about your people, little nigga, what you mean? I said that. I say it again. All brown skin ain't your kin. And a white man ain't your friend. They're the reason, man, we killing each other. They're the reason why we hate each other. They're the reason why we against each other. But the Bible say love your brother. And when you see him, a nigga, just hug him. I know we did you wrong, please forgive him. Cause in that day, you really gon' need him. So smoking on who? Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, did that. I don't give a damn about your people, little nigga, what you mean? I said that.
Look at me now.
All right, clap it up. All right, Shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding Juniana. Today is ISBK's Austin's Monday scripture breakdown class. For today's class, we're going to be going over interracial marriage. It's a big, wide thing that our people are into right now. It's probably one of the biggest sins that we don't even know that we do as a people, and we don't even have no idea how God feels about it. America today tells us, America gives us our freedom, and our freedom is the ability to how much we could go in lusts. It's a false freedom, right? So if we could do the sins we want to do, we think that we're free in this place, but God is against everything that America offers for us and everything we love about America, right? So we're finna get in today. We're going to establish a foundation, and we're going to get into majority of people talk about the fallen angels. A lot of people think that fallen angels is about angels sleeping with men, but it's actually, about interracial marriage, and we're finna get into that, right? We're gonna get let me remove this. We're going to get Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. I'm gonna pull it up. Right. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Salakia. Make sure I'm all right. It's a Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1. It says, when the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. So what he's naming nations that he's going to drive out these lands, right? And letting them know what? That these nations are greater and better than you. They have not so much they better than you as in who you are as a people, but they got more than you, right? Why the Lord chose us? The Lord chose us because we was not because we was the greatest, because we was the least. Who's the few, right? Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Them right, when you see right there, like when you start reading through these scriptures, man, you really don't have to go into all these deep breakdowns. Certain scriptures cut it in with itself. The Lord is saying you should not make no covenant with them. So the Lord is saying we shouldn't make no covenant with them. Why in the hell would we marry unto them? The Lord said you should smite them. Why the hell do we can marry unto them? Right? How the hell we gonna love the people who, like, you gotta understand, they love their people, right? And if they was to get the order to kill you, they're going to do it. But we try to give mercy to these people when they have no mercy for us. And Lord is telling us, right? Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter that thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. Meaning what? Don't have any interracial marriage with these people. Don't marry unto them. You have your own people. You have 12 tribes you could choose from, right? But why is this a stumbling block with our people? This is a stumbling block with our people, man, because we hate ourselves. We hate ourselves. And as soon as we get a little bit of something, what we think we're going to do with it? We're going to join to the oppressor. The same people oppressing us. Why? Because we feel as though that we don't deserve their love, especially at low state. So when we get to the high state, we think that's our chance from going into them, right? But that's not the case. And the Lord hates this. The Lord hates this so much that we're gonna see what happens. Let's see if we want more of that. We're gonna see actually why. Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. Like that's how bad, that's how angry the Lord gets when you go sleep with these other nations. Ask yourself how this. You set up all this for your son, right? For your children, and they take all your honor, all the blessings, all your inheritance, and they give it to what? Another people. Like, let's get it real quick. Let's get Ezra chapter 9, verse 12. Because everything we say, man, is biblical. The scriptures say ain't nothing new under the sun, man. Everything we've been doing, we've been doing it, right? But what? America wants you to feel like this is something new. Meaning what? What happens when you think this is a new thing? What do? You try new things, right? You try new things because you think it's going to give a different outcome from what you've been dealing with, right? But, is it put up? Salagia. Ezra chapter 9, verse 12. I put up on the wrong thing. All right, so when you think things are new in this life, what happens? Okay, think about it this way. When you're going through oppression, what do you try to do to get out of oppression? Try any way to get out of oppression, right? So this is why America offers us things that we think that we never did before. Why most people say, we need to try love. We need to try love. You sit back and you think, well, we do need to try love. But we try love. We try love. What do you think that when Martin Luther King, when we was getting hosed down and bit by some German shepherds and we didn't fight back, that wasn't love? That didn't work. So the key is to make you do things that you tried already before, but they know that you failed at it and you don't know. So right now we have what? Interracial marriage. Why? Because they say love is love. Interracial marriage is just as bad as homosexuality, man. It's an abomination to the Lord. That's what it is. Now, Ezra chapter 9, verse 12. It says, now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters to your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever. Meaning what? We do these things. I remember people, this dude said that, who was that dude name, man? Umar? Dr. Umar, he said that he was with Michael Jackson marrying that white woman because it was a business move, right? It was a business move. It was an Elvis daughter, right? That was a business move to get wealth. But what the scriptures say? It says, now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever. Meaning what? And it says that you be strong. You think that you go ahead and make a covenant with a people who's strong today, that you're going to end up being strong. But that never happens. We always take the short end of the stick as a people. Like even if you go back into when people say, oh, we was the Moors. The Moors consisted of three dark races, the North Africans, the dark Arabs, and us. Who do you think benefited from that? The dark-skinned Arabs, it was the top, right? Who was the bottom? We was, which is why the Arabs sold us into slavery too. Right before the transatlantic slave trade, the Arabs were selling us into slavery. So we always make an alliance with other people, always joining with other people think is going to benefit us, right? It's like what we dealing as a people is like we going ahead and it's just bully who comes and he just keeps bullying us and just bullying us and just bullying us, taking our lunch money, taking all these different things. And what happens? One day you're like, you know what, man? You join yourself with me and I'll protect you. You like, why the hell would I join unto you? I need protection from you. I need to get away from you. Why are you trying to protect me now? And that's what we done did. We seen America. Who else has been beating us down to the ground? Who else had us in 400, 500 years of being raped, robbed, lynched, and all these different things, murdered, our land taken, our babies fed to alligators, making shoes out of our skin. And as a people, we think it's our obligation to go out and join ourselves with them. To take the same, we think our sisters think is their obligation to go marry white men, the same men who was raping them. Same men. And us, we think that we should go out there and take with white women, the same white women who try to sleep with us, try to sleep with the slaves, then go and cry rape. We think it's better for that. And as again, we stop hearkening to the Lord and we stop listening to what he had to say, and therefore we chose death. Because what's the wages of sin? Death. Right? Let's keep going. Start from the top. Verse 12 says, now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace for their wealth forever, that ye may be strong and eat the good of the land, and leave it for an inheritance for your children forever. You know what happens when you go into other nations? You take on their culture. You take on their ways of living, and your descendants do what? Your inheritance goes to another nation. Your inheritance goes to another nation. Now it's all in vain. Venus, who is it? Serena or Venus Williams? Now they got him a white man, right? Serena got her a white man. Now all her inheritance is gonna go to what? The white man and his children. That's what happens. You want to say, well, black people ain't got no money. Because as soon as a brother or sister gets some money in their pocket, they give it to the white man. They give it to the oppressor or any other nation. That's what they do. So much so they choosing the goddamn Chinese over their own people. They have a form of Down syndrome. You choosing them over your people. You choosing a Chinese man, a white man, an African man over a black, Hispanic, or Native American man. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself, man. And you want to act like as if, and the sad part about it is you want to act as if you go get in that white man or that white woman, make you speak for your people. Now we have everybody who has a white husband or a white wife, they represent us in our community. You turned your back on us. You don't know what the struggle is. When you got out, you turn, instead of getting you a black man or a black woman to share that wealth with, what you do? You go into a white man. And the Lord hates that. The Lord hates that so much, and we're going to see how much he hates that. We're going to get, let's get Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. Now, this right here, a lot of fake Israelites, a lot of Christians want to talk about the fallen angels. If you heard some dudes talk about the book of Enoch and all that, people, man, you stay away from them because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They are conspiracy theorists, and they don't have the truth. They are liars and deceivers, man. They think the Bible is a fantasy book, but the Bible is the most practical thing on the planet, right? Now, we're going to break this down. So this is before the flood, right? So this is Genesis. Read it, make sure I can show it for y'all. This is Genesis chapter 6. Where we at? Salakia. Genesis chapter 6, verse 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Now, the Christian figures, I was going to say the sons of God are who? These angels, these magical beings. So who is the sons of God right here in Genesis chapter 6, verse 2? Who are the sons of God? See if anything's in the chat. And you put it in the chat. Who are the sons of God right here in Genesis chapter 6, verse 2? I'm going to give y'all a quick second. Nobody got it? All right, who are the sons of God today? Israel, right? The princes of God, right? The prince of the power, Yashala, right? But this is before Israel. So who would these people be? Huh? They will be the chosen people of that time. Some people would say the Adamites, meaning what? That the Lord always had a chosen people. These are not angels. Well, first of all, we're going to show you that these are not angels. We're going to get 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 40. Right? 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 40. Let me pull it up. These are not angels, man. Don't be listening to people come and say that angels slept with men. Right? That is not true. And we're going to prove it today. All right. It says, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 40. It says, there are also, right? There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. What celestial mean? Yeah, it means the stars are out of space, right? Right? I mean, what? Who are the celestial bodies? Angels, right? And bodies terrestrial will be what? Man, right? But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Meaning what? The angels have their glory. They could be what they could do. They could be small. They could be big. Angel could come right now and act as a homeless man. He could have an appearance, right? They could do those things. An angel could go between heaven and earth and draw out a sword. And when he draws out a sword, the plague hits and kills more people. And when he puts it back, the plague goes away. Right? That's in 1 Kings. That's just for real. That's what an angel could do. We can't do that. What also an angel could do? An angel could also go in somebody's ear. If the Lord wants somebody dead, you know what an angel could do? Angel could go in somebody's ear and make them do bad things to kill themselves. That's what an angel could do, right? Let's see. And let's get a precept on that one. Isaiah, let me get. Okay. Now that's what we're gonna save on that, but that's what angels could do, right? What can men do? Men, what? A man could save lives. You could heal the sick. You could prophesy. You could raise the dead. You're not an angel, but what? You still could do wonderful things. You have your own glory. The thing about it is, what Christians want to be so bad? What Christians want to be? Christians want to be angels. That's what they want to be. When Christians say that you die, what you become? An angel. Oh, I know my grandma. She in heaven right now, watching over me. Oh, I know my little cousin Man, he watching over me. Man was the biggest drug dealer in the city, but he in heaven, an angel now watching over you. And that's why the Christian churches are telling you that these are fallen angels, which they are not. But we're gonna keep on going and break it down, right? Now, where we at? Let's get back. Let's go back. Let's get back in Genesis chapter 6, verse 2, we believe we was at. Let me get back. Let me put that up real quick for y'all. Genesis chapter 6. All right. It says, I'm gonna start from verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth. Right? Let me pull it up right here. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair. Who's the sons of God? So who we established the sons of God are? The chosen people at that time. How? Before you had what? Who was chosen first? Adam, right? Then who else? Right. So basically, you had at the time you would have the Lord will have chosen people, right? You had Adam. Then who else you had? You have Seth. Then he would choose Noah. Who else? You had Noah, his family, Shem. Then he exalted who? Shem's children. Then you got all the way to Eber, which come from which we get the Hebrews from. right? Abraham, right? Then we got Abraham, and we got Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then after Jacob, who's next after Jacob? Jacob's name was changed to what? Israel. So now you have Israelites. But see how we all come from that, what? Adam. And you are chosen based on the Lord choose you or not. Like, for example, Abraham had 8 sons, Salakia. The first son, what happened with the first son? What was Abraham's first son's name? Ishmael, right? But Ishmael was the son of the flesh. He was not the son of the seed. He was not counted for the seed, but who was? Isaac. And Isaac shall that seed be called. Right? So, where we at? Genesis chapter 6, verse 2.
Genesis chapter 6, verse 2.
Come, sir.
All right, most on let's see. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6. Salaki. Chapter 6, verse 2. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair.
What does that mean? The sons of God saw the daughters of men. Who are, if Lord chooses a certain people, they are the sons of God. Who are the sons of men? Heathens, right? The other nations, other people that he did not choose. So who are the daughters of those men? Their daughters, right? And it says that they were fair. What does that mean? So they seen he had the Lord's chosen people, and they seen these daughters of men. They thought they was fair. What does that mean?
Right.
They look good. Just like what? Today. Watch, there's nothing new under the sun, right? The Lord, today we have black men, right? We have the sons of God, black Hispanics, Native Americans. And what we think? Who we think look good? We think white women look good.
Right. Damn.
We think other nations look good. When we wasn't supposed to be even attracted to these different nations. Why? Because we above them. But just like that time, you had the sons of God. They was the sons of God.
Right.
They was chosen. But what today, when our brothers feel like they chose, how do a brother today feel like they chosen? Or feel like they are high above everything? When they get money in their pocket. When they get a sense of level of hierarchy in they job or something, that's when they think they become powerful.
Right.
So when they think they become powerful, then they go to that heathen woman. Kanye West is a perfect example. You lead a woman that you struggle with, but when you get that money, now what they say, I got white people money now.
Right.
I gotta do with white people things.
Damn.
Think about this, man. You wait till you sign an NFL contract, an NBA contract. You wait till you get money in your pocket to go get you a white woman.
Right.
When that white woman been sleeping with the same people in her neighborhood. You think you gotta get money in your pocket to sleep with that regular white woman when she been sleeping with regular white dudes her whole life. She been sleeping with the whole football team her whole life. That's what we do. And we look at that woman as what? That she's honorable. That I ain't worthy of her. Right? Exact same thing. We seen these women, we take them. That's what's going right down at this time. Right? We seen women like, oh yeah, I like her. Forget my sisters. Forget how beautiful they are. But that woman right there, I like her. But why? Why would you think that? Because we are disobedient children.
Right.
Like when you tell a child to stop, what they gonna do? What they want to do? Keep doing it. Keep doing. But you also have what children? The children who do listen, right? And as much as our nation, majority of us are the children who don't want to listen.
That's right.
Because we can do something, and we got to go do it anyway. Just because, right? Can you read on that verse, sir?
Con. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, and they were fair. And they took them wives, of all which they chose.
Meaning what? They took whoever woman they wanted, right? Keep going.
Right. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man.
Right. So what does that mean? He says, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man. So he's seeing this thing. The Lord is seeing his children, the sons of God, and it's making him so angry. Like, man, my spirit shall not always strive with. What you mean when you strive with somebody? You go what? you go back and forth with him.
That's right.
So he said, like you are men, you are a man. I'm not doing any more back and forth.
Right.
I'm done arguing, telling you to stop sleeping with those women. Right? And that's what he's saying. Like, this is too much. Y'all, this is it. Let you know, like this, you gotta understand something. This how the Lord takes this act. This act that we trying to embed into our community. We trying to embed this. We trying to embed that, you know, you can sleep with other nations. Now, dang, you can invite them to the cookout. Right? We starting to give our honor and everything to another nation when we think that just because she seemed nice outwardly, that she's one of us, that she's worthy to be married. You know what I mean? Like even with a woman, even if you turn the roles of which with like a woman, Israelite woman sleeping with a heathen, a white man, what's going to actually happen? She's going to end up having the same values as that white man. And that's why Candace Owens is a perfect example, because everything she sees is like, no, but I really love black people. I really love it for this. I really love it for that. But then you go home and you go to your bed, you love your husband. When you love your husband more than anybody else,
right?
When you love your husband and your children more than anybody else. So now you got a white husband and white children. What are you going to do? You're going to make sure everything that you make or fight for is going to benefit them. And that's what you want. And that's just the starting point. See, we as a people think that when we do different things, we got to question God, why is it bad? We don't know the deeper root of anything.
Right.
We think, man, I don't understand why I got to shave my beard off. I got to keep my beard. That don't make no sense. I don't know why I can't see with a heathen woman. That make no sense. That's not evil.
Right.
That's not evil, brother. That's not evil. Eating pork is not evil, brother. People in other nations ain't evil. But homosexuals are.
Right.
And damn, yeah, we in the time right now where homosexuals, that's not evil no more either.
Dang.
If you against homosexuality, then you are evil.
Right. That's right.
I remember the brother Yahadi, he had posted a picture. Now they got Christ, right?
Right.
He was washing people's feet, and he was washing people from Ukraine, white people getting abortions, police, army people, gay pride people, transgenders. He was washing all their feet, and the one people they didn't have in there was his people. They had no black, Hispanic, and Native American up in there. Right? And that's just the foundation of when you start sleeping with these other nations, you give your honor and your glory to everything else.
That's right.
Now you allow them to do all kinds of stuff to you.
Right.
That's what happens. You allow them to get away with all different things. Yeah, because I love them. Now you can't go around and fight for the liberation of black people, because the liberation of black people means the downfall of white people, and now your wife is white.
That's right.
Now your husband's white. So I'm like, man, I don't know what to fight for. At one end, I want to liberate. I want us to be on top. I want us to be on liberation. But you talk about they gotta be slaves in the kingdom. I'm not with that. My wife is white.
Right.
My husband white. I don't know. I was with y'all when y'all said all these different things, man. That black people power. With slaves, I don't know, brother.
Right.
I don't know, brother. Right. Let's keep going. I don't get too much on top. Let's keep going on this. What we at?
This is Genesis 6:3.
Right.
Said,
okay.
And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh.
Now, remember when I said, when I'm giving this breakdown, of course, we talking about how this is interracial marriage.
Right.
For ones in here, we know that what that is.
That's right.
But remember I said in the beginning, fake Israelites and Christians want to talk about this is fallen angel, or these angels sleeping with other people.
Right.
Other people, the men's on earth, the women on earth, whatever. So right now it said, for that he also is flesh. Who's the he? Remember we talking about the sons of men sleeping with the daughters of men. So who is the he? The he is the sons of men.
That's right.
Right? So you had to ask a fake Israelite or a Christian, who is the he? And he had to respond with who's the he? The sons of God.
Right.
Right? And he said that he is also his flesh. Or angels' flesh? No. That's the cut right there to show that what? This is not talking about angels, but men. Right? Keep reading.
For that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years.
All right, keep reading.
There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of God came and in unto the daughters of men,
Right.
and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown.
So it said these were giants in the earth in these days. What would a Christian say? Or a fake Israelites?
Right.
Or these conspiracy theorists?
Right.
Or somebody who just woke? Or somebody who just is spiritual?
Right.
They're gonna say, well, yeah, them. Like one thing y'all gotta go on, man. Y'all gotta go on TikTok, man. TikTok be having all these heathens trying to teach the scriptures. Everybody trying to teach these scriptures. These Dr. Sebi people who want to get the Bible. That's what they was.
Right.
They follow Dr. Sebi teachings and they try to apply it to the Bible. To like, see, brother, they were giants at this time. They was big men, 10 feet tall. But what did the last part of that verse say? It said,
put it back right now.
Wait, where am I at? Oh, Slaggy, I got oh, never mind. Make sure
it says the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown.
Right, men of renown. So who are these giants? Why are they calling them giants? They big name people. They are men of stature.
That's right.
Men of stature. Why? Because your reputation and height go hand in hand. Because
right.
Everybody say like, oh, he's big in the media.
That's right.
You know what I mean? He's big in the media. Oh, he's a giant. Right? That's what they would say, right? He's big in the city. And that's what it is. It's talking about your fame in your city. See, one thing you got to know about it, how we know the Bible is a black man's book. Why people get this book and they start saying, yeah, there was really giants. But we know this is what? Slang. This is how we talk. Yeah, he big. He known. He a giant in his city. You know what I mean? And that's what happens. But why are they giants in their city? Why are these men known? It says, and they bear children to them, the same became mighty men. So why are these things today? Why are these men mighty?
Right.
Because they have an Israelite father and a heathen mother.
That's right.
That's why. Because why though? Because you get all the athletic traits from your father, but you look like your mother. You more tolerable. You know what I mean? It makes people look like, man. Like they could look at him like and don't feel bad like they really like a nigga. I don't feel that bad. He really don't look like a nigga, but he has all the nigga qualities.
Right.
Who they love. They love that what's his name? Patrick Mahomes. They love that boy. They feel like it's his own. That's right. Money and everything because it's man, you talk like your mother too. We just wanted the qualities from your father, but you talk like your mother, man. You know what I mean? You good by us. You know what I mean? That's what everything. Like even that Asian, her mother's Asian, her mother's Chinese or Korean or something like that. That golfer.
Oh, Tiger Woods.
A tennis player. No, tennis. She's a tennis player.
Oh, what's that sister's name?
Let me see. Her name is like start with an O or something at the end. Salagi. I forgot her name. Naomi Osaka.
Right. Right. Yep.
Now, they love that girl. Why? So, like, even so much, she was supposed to go and play for who? She was supposed to play for her mother's nation. She was supposed to represent them. And why though? That's the thing. They teach you great now. Like before, like I'm supposed to just be a nigga now. Right. But when I'm good, I'm high in the earth. Now you want me to represent you when it benefits you. Now you want me to compete for your nation and represent your nation now. Right. But what she did, she said, I'm gonna represent my father. Mm-hmm. They almost threw her under the bus, man. They like, man, what the hell? No. Right? Just because she's honoring who she is, but that always happens, man. One thing right now, we see that, like, think about this. Majority of women that black men try to go to are who? Yeah, besides white women, is what? You say light-skinned women. Women who has a black father, white mama, or whatever. All men honor that. Why? Because America made it that way. Because colorism wasn't a thing at all until America.
Right.
This is why they say, what? You a white man. You a black man. It's like hierarchy even in those words. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, he's not white. He's red. But he's white because he want to look at himself as pure. He want to hide his mark. Who he really is. He calls himself white. Now, even like right now, he's like, hey, you know, we say, oh, you high yellow. We always describe things with color because that's what we learn here.
Right.
You think you better because you lighter than me? Why? Because they made us feel that way. That lighter skin is better. But say Israel's like a speckled bird. We come in all different shades.
Right.
You know, you go by the shade. You go by the seed of your father. It don't matter what skin color you have.
That's right.
But America makes it like, boom, yeah, man. Oh, you got like when we was in school, just right now, you ask somebody their nationality, what they gonna say? I'm mixed. I got 5 different. I'm from 5 different places.
Right.
Why? Because the more places you are from, the more mixing you have, the better. That's what America teaches.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I'm Creole. I'm French, and I'm from I'm black and French. You black and French because the French put you on slavery.
Right.
That's why ain't nothing to be proud of. But we think it's the best thing. I think I'm better. That's where they come from. That DNA and stuff comes from American too. It comes from slavery. Right. Because you was able to sell slaves better for his DNA is from here. Or he's 30% this, 60% that. What does that sound like? What does that sound like? A damn dog.
That's right.
Like a pet, like cattle.
That's right.
And that's what it sounds like. Yeah, he's 50% from over here. He's 30% from over here, 20% from over here. Oh, yeah. That's like you want to buy a dog. Y'all be like, man, yeah, you know, he German Shepherd and he got a little bit of this on him. Oh, word.
Right.
I'm about to get him. And that's what they did to us. And that's why we think that you gotta what they say, I got me a foreign. What they say about a woman? Whatever they say.
I got me an exotic woman.
Exotic woman. She exotic. Right? Why? Because she's from here, she from there, she from there.
Right.
But why? And we became in reverse. That's what happened. We reversed the way God looks at us. Why? Because say this. Who changed the truth of God into a lie? So everything we do, everything we think we know in this place, complete opposite. We think it's okay to, we think it's when I say I'm, of this and of that, my mother's Asian, my dad's black, I think that I'm higher than everybody. That's the same thing that was at this time. I think, man, better than you. Where you from? You got pure lineage. Can you imagine joking on somebody because their lineage is pure? Oh, you just black. That's hatred in your own self. And when you start hating that black part of you, when you ask black people, they're not gonna say they just black. I'm this, I'm that. You're not gonna be the black part though. Then after a while, what's gonna happen? You see yourself as that, and you're gonna only marry that. You know what I mean? Let's keep going. Where we at?
Come on, verse 5. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Right. So he saw the wickedness of man was great in the heart, meaning what? He saw how all these people wanted to do was what? Have sex with these daughters. The daughters are the sons of men.
Right. They
wanted, that's all they was worried about. They were just worried about sleeping with whoever, all these other nations, all these other the daughters of men, or the sons of men. That's what they wanted to do. And the Lord hated that. Like it grieved them. And we're gonna see how much. We're gonna see what y'all don't know is some of y'all don't know what we're getting into, which part of the Bible this is that we all know that the Christian church always talk about. right? But we're gonna show what happened when God sees this and what they judgment was, right?
Right.
All right, keep going.
Con.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
Yeah, con. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Like everything you thought of was just evil. Everything you thought of doing was evil. And that's like what's wrong with our people. We always do, you always want to do evil before you do good. Like before you even think about doing something good, or think about taking that exact same motive of doing that bad thing you want to do and put it to something good. Guess how much fruit you will bear. Like the Christian church, you go through all that studying and try to prove that the law is not done away with, that this is done, this is that, this and that. Just imagine you took all that time and put it into the scriptures and teach the truth.
Right.
You know what I mean? But their hearts on set of do what? Do wicked. That's what they was doing, just like the Pharisees and Sadducees, right? They just want to do wicked. Like even right now, like being America, like we think that we have freedom in this place. Like we are, it's two different freedoms you can have, right? You can have real freedom,
right?
You can have false freedom. What does America offer? False freedom. How does America offer false freedom? On topic. How to do that today? They let you marry what? Outside of your race.
Right.
There's no law against that. You know why, brother? Because you free, brother. Brother, right. At one point in time, brother, I couldn't marry no white woman. But today, brother, I could marry me a white woman. I'm free.
Right.
I'm a free man. I'm a free black man. I can marry who I want. I can see whoever I want because I am free.
Damn.
What do gay people say? At one time, brother, I couldn't say I like this man. But now I like this man now.
Right.
I'm free. He's freedom now. This is America. We got free. This is laws getting passed for gay pride. I'm prideful, brother. They pride with no shame. Right? Because it goes back to that they change the truth of God into a lie. Now you know about Sodom and Gomorrah, but that's not the God you serve no more.
That's right.
You serve that white guy. That white guy said you could be a homosexual. And now you are free. You are free. And that's why they say the law is done away with, because what they say, oh, the law was death, brother. The law was death. Because you think God's laws hold you back. Because you think God's laws is not free because you want to do all your lust, and you think that's what makes you free. Being able to do all your lust with no punishment. Being able to do your lust and have a reward. That's what Christianity teaches. Go do what you want to do against God, and you're going to be waiting in the pearly white gates.
Right.
You can go kill all your brothers and sell that dope. It's going to be fine. We're going to have a good funeral for you. We're going to put you on a t-shirt, and we're going to sure say that we're going to put wings on you because you're going to make it to the pearly white gates and become an angel.
Right.
That's what they teach. But that is not the case. America always gives you these false freedoms. And you got to be able to stop taking the false freedom to get the real freedom.
That's right.
To get the real freedom for Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The real liberation of Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. How that come? By stop doing the things they want you to do.
That's right.
Like I ain't never like when they had what's that thing? I ain't gonna be too much on topic, but I'm gonna get back to it. What's that thing they had? They had Forex, right? Now watch them. They had Forex. Now, if you didn't want to do Forex, what happened? They get angry with you. Like, brother, why are you so hard on me from not doing the Forex? Why? And what now what we doing today? What happened? Forex was a what? A scam. So today, damn, brother, I don't want to be a homosexual. I don't love homosexual, brother. I only love the women of my race. They do what? What the hell wrong with you? You're crazy. You love white women? That's how I know it's a scam. Why are you making it your life's mission to make me love white women? Why is America making its life mission to make sure I do the drugs?
Right.
For I could be a homosexual. Why is that your whole agenda? That's what America does, right?
That's right.
That's how I know it's a scam. Because you just want me to do what? See, I'm not gonna get too much of a topic, but they like when you know what you know, when you have an evil person, right?
Right.
I'm gonna talk about this. Like when you have crackheads, right? Now crackheads, they found their evilness, but what they do, they warn you for not doing the crack. They warn you, like, man, don't choose this lifestyle. But now you have people today, you know, people who the mark of the beast, who fights for the dragon's messengers. They do what? They be like, man, come hit this crack rock, man. Which is why they only know their time is for a short time. And if I'm gonna lose my rulership, well, goddamn it, I'm gonna bring as much as the Lord chosen people down with me. And that's what they do. They just want you to die with them. And we come and try to save you out that place. Because Lord's going to destroy this place just like he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, and also how he destroyed the world at the time. And that's what we're getting into. I try to stop it, but we're gonna get into it. All right, come on. You keep reading, sir. Baba Kasha.
Oh, Khan. Verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
Dang. So just imagine the Lord said, like, you gotta think about this. The Most High, he's like, they over here. Why was he so angry? First of all, interracial marriage. That's why I want y'all to say interracial marriage. That's why the Lord was angry. The Lord was angry so much he wanted to repent of making man. How dare I give these men the best thing in the world, and they go and sleep with the worst thing in the world? How dare they do that? This is ridiculous, man. Mm-hmm. This is ridiculous, and this is the Lord. That's what I'm saying. We should. The scriptures say this. We should obey God rather than men. We reading this, and you should understand one thing: the Lord is against that. That's right. The Lord is against interracial marriage. I don't care what the world say. Right? I don't care what the world say. God is against it, and that's how you should do. If you have faith. If your faith is high, you should walk around here and be happy and boast up that you hated amongst men.
Right.
The world hates you. Right? I keep reading.
Con, verse 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth.
Jump down to 12.
Did it jump down to 12?
Yeah, you can jump down to 12.
Con, verse 12. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth.
Right. Keep reading.
Verse 13. And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
Good night. How he destroyed them with the earth? This is Noah, right? Now, this is what you realize is him. This is when the Lord says, I will no longer strive with the men. This is it. This is him no longer striving with them. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm not. Who's our flesh? I'm not going back and forth with you. The Lord flooded the whole entire earth.
Right.
For what? Interracial marriage.
That's right.
That's why.
That's right.
And if you don't know that, man, and that shows you like, and it's so crazy. Like, we, like today, like the worst sins you could do, the worst things possible you could do are the ones America makes it seem like there's nothing wrong with. Right? You have homosexuality, idol worship, all these different, interracial marriage, and what? The world, they do not care. Right. They boast about them things. Make days about them things, man.
Yep. And
we as a people, we fell right into the trap.
That's right.
And we gotta, and that's the number one way. Like, the Lord chose Noah. And that goes into like, Noah was different from everybody, right?
Right.
Noah had faith. You know how long it took Noah to see, like, let me tell you something about Christians, man. Christians say they got faith, right? What was Noah's faith? He trusted the Lord. He just sit down and be like, Oh well, the world gonna flood. I believe.
Right.
He took how long it took him to build that ark? 40 years. 40 years it took him to build that ark. Christians wouldn't even build an ark for they wouldn't they say they got what? Faith.
Right.
They don't have faith. Right? Because you have faith, you do what the Lord said. Why did they didn't believe in Noah? I'm not trying to get too much down, but Noah, they didn't really. Noah's one of the people, though, right? But why they never listen? No, they didn't. They didn't see what rain was. They didn't know. They said it never rained before. What's this rain you talking about? Right? So when we go out today and we said, the Lord gonna end this place with fire, with nuclear warfare, with the chariots, the 200 million angels,
Right.
200,000, right? 200 million black angels. And when we say that, brother, we ain't never seen no angel before. And we damn sure ain't never seen no black angel before. All right, we ain't never seen that. So all the stuff you talking about, that is not coming to happen. That's what you gotta say. Like, we coming out here, man. Like, even in this class, we talking about interracial marriage. You go and say, man, you know you're not supposed to be sleeping with that, with that woman. Right? And they would act like that's the craziest thing. They would act like that's the craziest thing you ever heard of. Let me get this preset real quick. Shalakia.
That's what?
Let me get Isaiah 61:5.
All right, come on. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 61. Chapter 61, verse 5. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen, and your vine dressers. And your vine dressers. Verse 6. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
So now you read that, right? Now think to yourself, this is what the Lord has in store for you. You start to get an understanding of why in the hell you will sleep with another nation. Like, you sleeping with the servants, the people who's supposed to serve you, right?
Right.
And that's why the Lord's so angry. How dare you do this? Like, let me tell you something. You know why Adam and Eve got kicked out? They took the culture of another nation.
That's right.
That's why.
Yep.
So if you're taking the culture of another nation, that got you kicked out the garden. Now you marrying these other nations, that got the world destroyed.
That's right.
That got the world destroyed. That's what happens. And we can't be doing that. We can't do. You know why we can't do that? Because we can't do that and fight for people at the exact same time. It's a conflict of interest.
Right.
Give me Proverbs 11:21.
Come on.
Because if, like, what you gotta do as a people, like, if you want to serve somebody, what you gotta do? You gotta serve them how they want to be served. Like, what we think is that we could serve God and do everything else. The biggest Christians are the ones who have interracial marriage, who are homosexual, they're drug dealers. But we do what? They listen to gospel music.
Right.
They go to church on Sundays. The scriptures, you're not supposed to, that's not serving the Most High. They ain't worshiping the Most High. Like, if you think that you could serve God and serve another thing, but as long as you don't put that other thing before God, it's not bad. But even you choosing another thing is putting that thing before God.
Right.
You're not supposed to have no idols, no nothing. And the sad part about it, you should be in the spirit that you should not want to. We right here 405 years after captivity, man, and you still dealing with like, dang, brother, I can't sleep with white women. Why would you?
Right.
Why we even have this class? You should be hoping that this is in the Bible. Hoping that something like this is in the scriptures. Other people that do what? Oh, brother, you could go sleep with it. It's not wise. It's not wise to sleep with other nations, but you can sleep with them. These are men. These are men who claim they know the Bible. Fake Israelite group say, "Hey, you can sleep with white women. Ain't no law. Ain't no sin to sleep with white women." But
right.
I'm against it.
That's right.
We just read that the Lord. We read that the Lord destroyed the whole world for marrying another nation.
Right.
Interracial marriage. Right. You got a Proverbs 11 and 20.
Con. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 20. They that are of a forward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
What does that mean? Yep. Yeah, exactly. Get us in the hand. You gonna get caught up in that too. Like you join yourself into another's team.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what you trying to do? Like what? You trying to play basketball? Basketball got two teams.
Right.
The play going this way, you on that team. On the other play, you on that team. That make no damn sense. You gotta pick a team. And the rules of our team is said that you only could be with our team, and you can't have no dealings with them.
That's right.
You can't deal with them, you can't marry them, you can't make a covenant with them, you can't do nothing with them. And you don't like that about our team.
Right.
You don't like that about yourself. How bad are we? Because we tell you that you are better than them. You are better than them. You know what black people do? Black people think they're better than who? Other black people. Black people think they're better than other black people. They don't think they're better than white people. They don't. And in that return, black people get money, they stop dealing with people with no money. That's what happens. We all what? Now we hate each other. And you put your interest into what? The daughters of the sons of men. That's what you did. And the scripture said, read that scripture again.
Con, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 3. So like it, chapter 11, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
They that are of a forward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Who is that? Right. The righteous, who's the righteous ones? On topic, who's the righteous ones are the ones who don't have interracial marriage. The righteous ones who don't sin against God. That's what makes you righteous. Right? Now, I believe I want to that's pretty much it on that, but I want to get into also Solomon, man. Solomon was another one who did what? Slept with heathens. He slept with heathens. He slept with heathens, right? And when he slept with heathens, the Lord split the kingdom. He gave it to what? Like, that's the whole reason the kingdom split. Like, you realize that all throughout the Bible? Let me get that. I wanted to say that. Let me get that for y'all real quick. Just real quick. Touch on that. I believe it's 1 Kings. No. I'm going to actually get it at Nehemiah. Nehemiah, no, not that. Yeah, Nehemiah. Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 25. Let me pull it up on this real quick. Okay, you start at verse 23.
Come on. Oh, 23? Okay, one sec.
Come on, sir.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 23. In those days also saw I Jews. One sec. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab.
Right. So what? They took wives of a different nation, right? Keep reading.
Verse 24. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. Verse 25.
So what does that mean? They couldn't even speak their own language.
Right.
Why they couldn't speak in their own language? Because they took wives of another nation, and their children end up doing what? Taking the culture of what? The heathen.
That's right.
Why? Because that's their mother. What's the responsibility of a mother? To take care of the child, right? Take care of the child, teach the child, do things to the child, right? Now, when you have a heathen mother, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna teach that child?
It's in the basket.
How she do things, her life, her culture, her tongue, right? That's what she's gonna do. Her lashon. She's gonna teach her lashon, which is tongue in Hebrew, or lashawan, which is tongue speaking, right? So now that's what she's gonna do. Keep reading.
Come on, verse 25. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote each of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by God, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves.
So he's iterating what? That this is against God.
That's right.
Right? Keep reading.
Come on. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?
So what was Solomon's sin? They say, fake Israelites have to say, the ones who like sleep with other nations said, Solomon's sin was just that he turned to other gods.
Right.
You can sleep with other nations, brother. You just can't serve their God.
That's right.
Read that scripture again, sir.
Come on. So like, did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?
What things did he sin by? Sleeping with heathen women.
Right.
Keep reading.
Come on. Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his God. And God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin.
Meaning what? That Solomon fell from sleeping with heathen women. And he was Solomon.
Right.
The Lord was with him. He was a king over all Israel.
That's right.
Right? And so now you thinking yourself is, you dwelling here in America, no king, just a man in America, think that you could see with heathen women. They're not gonna make you sin. I could control. I ain't Solomon, brother. I could control myself. Like you some great guy, you know what I mean?
Brother, it's like it now. Brothers be saying, you know, I just gotta make sure she don't change my heart from serving the Lord. From serving the Lord. So like, yeah.
Well, good night, sir. And your heart already changed when you thinking about it. You thinking about it. You know what I mean? And what was Solomon? Besides Christ, who was Solomon? Who was Solomon? No, I didn't say that wrong. I'm not trying to give that breakdown right now. Christ was the wisest. We said Christ was the wisest man. So Solomon be the what? The wisest man, right? He was known as the wisest man. He had the best counsel and everything, right? Even Sheba, she came and seek counsel from him, or came to check him out, right? So what? He was wise, the wisest man. And what happened to him? Hey, brother, she just gotta change my heart, brother. I can't make her change my heart from the Lord, brother.
Right.
Good night. And this goes back into this, man. Like, go to verse 27. Jump down to verse 27. I think it's the next verse.
Verse 27. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our God in marrying strange wives?
Strange wives. Like, again, it's saying you transgress against our God. You sin against God by doing what? Sleeping with strange wives.
No, man.
No.
Let me get the charger, son.
You know, we did this class, broke it down, but understand this. You should have been in the spirit not to even want to sleep with these women. Like, if you're not in the spirit, brother, for not want to sleep with these women, then you fighting an uphill battle.
That's right.
You fighting an uphill battle if you dealing with that, because the same thing we fighting for is the same thing that you making it hard for us to do. Like, how can you say really, like, when we say we want, like, we say we want liberation of black people, I know what has to happen.
Right.
I know what has to happen for that. And me loving one white man, one Chinese man, one Arab, one of East Indian, dishonoreth all my ancestors. Only loving one. But here you are trying to marry one.
Right.
Trying to marry one. You trying to take her family, her culture. And what's white people's culture? Good night. He said raping and pillaging, but I wasn't even going for that. I was going for like Christmas and things. You know what I mean? Good night. That's their culture, right? And you know what other figures like say? Yeah, I can marry her. I just gotta make her follow the laws of God.
Damn.
Who the law given to? The children of Israel.
That's right.
You use the Bible, try to, it's gonna be a worse punishment, man. Like you know what you call that? Trotting over the foot of Christ. You trotting over Christ. That's what you call that.
That's right.
That's gonna be a worse punishment than it was back in Moses' law, the Mosaic law, right, when we was under the punishments.
Right.
We're not under the punishments no more. Meaning that ain't no man gonna come over here and kill you for sleeping with heathen women.
That's right.
But that sin is you're gonna have a more horrible punishment than we would have had if we was under that. And the scriptures say in that day is gonna be a time where men wish they was dead.
Right. And
cannot die. I pray you understand. Just imagine you trying to die and you can't. That's why the Lord don't want us. And I'm not gonna get too on topic, but that's the reason why we just wait and let things play out. Because if you go out there and we actually carry it out in the punishments of the law, we'll be cheating them out their death. We'll be cheating them out their punishment. Right? Because Lord has something planned for them. Just like he had planned for that flood, he got something planned for America. And those who want to deal with her, those who want to fight for the dragon, those who take the mark, those who have the mark of the beast in their mind and go out and do everything. That's why it's in their hand.
That's right.
That's what you go do. When you go kill for the beast, what you do, how you kill with the beast? You use your hands. You do the action.
Right.
Whichever your mind is thinking. Right? And those with the mark of the Lord are going to be the ones that's the righteous.
That's right.
Right? The seed that shall be saved. Right? And with that, we got any questions online?
Let's see. Let's see. I don't see any.
Okay. All right, so we get the security announcements.
Con, let me get the security announcements. All right. Let's see. Bear with me. All right. This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Upcoming holy convocations. We have the memorial of blowing of trumpets. This is the first day of the 7th month. This is Sunday, the 25th, September 2022. You can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 to 25.
All right. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boot, shirt, pant, headband, or scarf. This is the ISUPK security announcements. Passing the class back over to Officer Gadayawan.
And with that, we're going to do the Lord's Prayer. Amijam, which means stand. All right. So repeat after me.
Right.
Abanawa.
Abanaw.
Maya.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Yeah.
Ayah.
Yeah.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malaka.
Malakaka.
Ah.
Taba'ah.
Wadizayaka.
Wadizayaka.
Yeah.
Ayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baratza.
Baratza.
Gawa.
Gawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Bashmaya.
Bashemah.
The thon lanawas. Like it.
Nathan.
Call.
Call.
Wasalak lanawa.
Salakinaw.
Wathanawa.
Wathanaw.
Wasalaknawa.
Asalakinaw.
Wathanawa.
Wathanaw.
Ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabiyahu.
Tabi'ah.
Salawan.
Anasanawan. Wow.
Awashinawa.
Awashaynaw. Mayan. Rad.
Laka.
Raka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wahata Parat.
Wathanawan.
Amen. In English, our Father,
Our
which art
Father,
in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom
thy will
come.
be done
Thy will be
in
done
earth as
in
it is
earth
in heaven.
as it is
Give
in
us
heaven.
this day our daily bread, and
Our
forgive
daily
us our
bread.
debt as we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into
but
temptation,
deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from
Thine
evil.
is the kingdom,
For thine is
and
the
the
kingdom,
power, and the glory,
and the power, and the
forever.
glory, forever.
So be it.
So be it.
We're going to give a curse salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Adam Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh.
Go.
Okay? All right, sister stand. We're going to start face the sisters. We're going to give a curse salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Atan Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yadi Matah, hands down, dismissed.